Most people think becoming a billionaire is the finish line. The private jets, the yachts, the headlines, the freedom. But here's the strange part. Among billionaires, some are poor. Not poor like you and me, poor by billionaire standards. Imagine spending your entire life climbing a mountain, working impossible hours, taking insane risks, building a company from nothing. Then one morning, your net worth finally crosses $1 billion. You made it. You're officially a billionaire. The media celebrates you. Friends treat you differently. Strangers suddenly care what you think. For a few weeks, it feels like you've entered a new universe. Then you attend your first billionaire conference, and everything changes. You walk into a room filled with people worth $5 billion, $10 billion, $20 billion. One person casually mentions buying a $200 million yacht. Another talks about acquiring an entire company the way normal people discuss buying a new car. A private jet that would have looked unbelievable yesterday suddenly feels ordinary. For the first time in your life, you feel small. Not because you've lost money, because you've gained perspective. The truth is that wealth doesn't exist in isolation. It exists in comparison. A billionaire standing next to ordinary people looks like royalty. A billionaire standing next to a centi-billionaire looks surprisingly average. Then the gap becomes absurd. A person worth $1 billion sounds almost identical to someone worth $100 billion. They're both billionaires, but financially, they're living in completely different galaxies. If a billionaire spent $1 million every month, they could do that for more than 80 years. A centi-billionaire could lose billions in a bad week and barely notice. Their fortunes grow faster than entire companies, sometimes faster than small countries. At that level, money stops behaving like money. It becomes influence, power, access, the ability to shape industries. Even governments pay attention. And that's when another strange thing happens. The richest people in the world stop comparing themselves to normal people. They compare themselves to each other. The entrepreneur worth $2 billion looks at the founder worth $50 billion. The founder worth $50 billion looks at the person worth $200 billion. The race never ends. The numbers simply get bigger. Which leads to a question nobody talks about. If becoming a billionaire isn't enough, what is? Because the poorest billionaire still has more money than almost anyone could spend in a lifetime. Yet inside rooms filled with greater fortunes, he can still feel like he's behind. And that's the secret. The poorest billionaire isn't poor because of money. He's poor because comparison has no finish line.